So the next Global Dokkan Festival has just been announced, and it looks to be the Tournament of Power Androids. So once in a while, if you guys aren't aware, I seriously does post a GIF showing us the next Dokkan Fest that's upcoming here for the global version. And what do you know it is TOP Android 17 and 18. Now, we're going to talk about everything coming with their celebration, but why don't you guys let me know what you think about the Tournament of Power Androids coming to global. I'm sure many of you will skip, but you know, if there's any of you interested in these guys, right, let me know. I mean, we just got STRUI Goku's EZA on the Androids team, so maybe that could potentially spice things up for their team. Can't really say for sure, but let's hop right into their kit. So, the main important thing about the Tournament Power Androids is that they bring forward the Tournament Participants category. So they actually do introduce this brand new category to the game, which is in all essence every single tournament in the game. Or tournament in the series itself, my bad. Like, put together into one category. So you see we have Tournament of Power, Cell Games, we have, you know, the 25th World Tournament. I think this is the 28th World Tournament. I think something like that, right? This is like the 28th. No, there's like a World Tournament way in the future. My bad. We could also just keep going down here. It's the 23rd World Tournament here. The other World Tournament with PyCon. Just a bunch of tournaments. The 22nd and the 21st are also in here as well, right? We can see the 21st World Tournament with Jackie Chun. So just every single tournament like that's been there. Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament is even here. It's represented, so that's good, right? We're able to get all these like characters put into one category. I think it's nice for sure, and I definitely will take that. They're also a siblings bond category leader, which, you know, siblings bond that actually have a 200% leader, so that works out, right? I think, you know, getting some of these other characters on here definitely can be helpful. Like, maybe you could throw Physical Beerus on this team, right? And he could be interesting. You can get Beerus on a team with the other, like, Universe 7 characters, because Beerus is not actually on Rapture Universe 7. Then the 30% is to Rapture Universe 7 and join forces. In fact, we could actually use the Dokkan Wiki, the Dokkan Info tool, and we are able to actually take a look here at their actual 200% leader skill in terms of the buff. There it is. So, I mean, here are the characters that are getting the 200 buff on the percent buff on the leader skill, which, you know, not a great amount of cast, but like all the Universe 7 rep characters around here. A lot of the other Universe Survival Saga, like dual cards are here as well, so pretty good overall, right? I definitely wouldn't say this leader skill is bad, necessarily, right, if you're taking a look at it face value, but the biggest issue is that the bulk of this category is Universe Survival Saga. And Universe Survival Saga hasn't really gotten a lot of love in the past, like, 2 years, pretty much. Universe Survival Saga has been kind of sitting there, not really doing a lot. We got Kale, and then we got these androids, and it's like, that's really it. We're gonna start heading into, like, EZA territory, though. Again, STRUI just got an EZA. EJOUI and Blue Evolution Vegeta are about to get their EZA, I'm assuming, during the 9th anniversary. Should be, like, right at the end for part 3 of the anniversary, so that is also just extremely exciting, right, for them to actually receive an Extreme Z Awakening. But beyond that, again, not really too much juice going on here. Like, I don't really like running 23rd World Tournament of Goku on this team. About Junior, I don't really like running on this team, right? And we'll talk about it here. So these guys have a massive super attack effect. If you get their unit super attack off, it's a 100% attack and defense raise for the turn, immense damage, and then they raise all allies attack and defense by 35% for 2 turns. That is, again, quite massive. This buff helps them out quite a lot. And then the entire team gets buffed from that, basically, right? The attack doesn't really mean much, but this is a multiplicative 35% defense on the super attack effect, right? So if a unit has raised attack and defense for 1 turn, and that's a 30% raise, with this buff, that essentially becomes 65%. 50% attack and defense raise becomes 85%, right? And so on and so forth, right? It adds 35% defense to a super attack effect like this, which is crazy. And characters that don't have any super attack effect, now they have one, right? So it's very massive. The only thing, and the thing I hate about this unit the most, they need a Goku on the same turn. You can see here Goku's in the card art. Base form of Goku. They need a Goku on the turn for that. And that's not the only thing they need a Goku on the turn for. We'll skip down here. They get extra 59% attack on Super, and a Scouter, again, when there's a Goku attacking in the same turn. So, that kind of really kills this unit a little, because, again, you want a Goku on the same turn, but then these guys want links like Android Assault, Infinite Energy, Shocking Speed, Twin Terrors, Innocence. They share like 2 links with Tournament of Power Gokus, which, you know, weren't on the release really that great. Again, S-Tier Goku's coming out, but with this unit coming out on Global, like the best one is S-Tier Blue Kaioken Goku, which is not bad for sure, but like soon he's gonna start getting phased out. He's already taking damage pretty early on, like from like fusions of Moss through Red Zone and things like that, right? You know, if 9th anniversary content like the Blue Zone that we saw, if that's going to really push power creep even further, then that's again going to be just a really clear issue. Now, besides that, I do kind of like what this character is designed in terms of their passive skill. There's one more issue I have with them, and you know, spoiler alert, I recommend skipping this unit for the most part. Let's talk about their kit again. They have the enter animation that makes them create from rainbow key spheres from any random type of key sphere except for Int. You just need another Universe 7 reps category ally in the team at the start of their attacking turn, which definitely not difficult to get. I mean, if you're running both of them as a leader, then you get that guaranteed. 170% attack, 180% defense. Now, this is another issue. 50% attack and defense, and then 35% reduction on Super. This is stupid. I hate this. All year, they've been doing this with a lot of these characters. I mean, we can go ahead and take a look here at First Battle, right? So many characters have been getting, you know, damage reduction defense on Super. This is a character that gets damage reduction defense on Super. The LR Riverhand Trio. Sword of Hope Trunks is a character that gets damage reduction on Super Attack. 21 gets dodge on Super Attack. Hail gets damage reduction on Super Attack, right? It's like, oh, you know, is it really that bad? Yeah. You know why it's that bad? Because there's AoEs. Like, AoEs have been in the game for such a long time at this point. Having to get your main defensive mechanic only after you attack and not having another way is really dumb. It's a very dumb mechanic, especially with, again, AoEs present in the game. Turles has to attack, but at least he keeps his, right? It's honestly, I hate the mechanic. Having to only getting the reduction stuff on Super Attack. This character should have had a baseline 30% on top of them. And then this should have been 35% on Super, and then as a slot 3 character, they're invincible. Run up, right? Additional 50% attack and high chances to crit with 7 key spheres. Doesn't really matter. But you do want this. So they give tournament participants key 2 and 35% attack defense. Then an additional 1 key, 17% attack, and 18% defense if you collect 7 or more key spheres. Now, obviously, that's an extremely high attack and defense buff, right? If you are able to get the total amount of key spheres, you get 52% attack and 53% defense and 3 key to all tournament participants' category allies. You do need 7 key spheres, but again, for the first 4 turns, there are rainbow orb changing. Again, 4 turns, whatever. I think that could have been free as well, honestly. This character, it's just like, the issue, they want Goku on the rotation for this. I feel like that was like a bad decision. At least this should have had some buff. Like, sure, 35% here. Make this 25% here, right? I understand why they didn't want to do that, because if he got an additional, this would buff up there. But who cares, man? Like, is it that big of a... This team's not really that great in the first place, right? And then it's like you don't have to run him on a team with Goku, because you could put him on the Android's team maybe even, and that would help full, right? At least that would do something. Or it should have just not have been a unit super attack unit at all. It should have just been them by themselves, right? I don't know why they need to have a Goku on the rotation, right? Especially with their links and not meshing well. Active skill, it's cool, right? Changes tech key spheres to key spheres, can get you some nice healing. You could use 8 times. It doesn't matter. You could use 8 times. You're not really gonna get it. But I do like this. Actually, the active skill is actually interesting, especially because you could use it basically after their intro may run out. And then with that, you could still create the key spheres. You just have to be under 78% HP, which honestly from turn 5, not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, I think the damage reduction you could potentially even work around a little because you can give him a full dodge build. And it's like, you know, not all events have AoEs. So, sure, man. This is stupid. I really, really hate this. This is, honestly, it kind of kills the unit. Like, imagine you can get this on any team that they're on. Like, not even tournament participants. Like superheroes, right? Or, like, androids. You know what I mean? Like, even though they have these other restrictions, like, they don't really need this. Them supporting other characters would be nice, but it's not a necessity. I mean, maybe if they supported tournament participants or androids, and then just, honestly, can get rid of that. I don't even care. Get rid of this, and then they're like a way better character, obviously, right? I don't know. That's the issue with them. Their banner is actually a pretty nice banner, though, overall, right? We have them, which they're not a bad character, but they're like definitely lower power compared to a lot of these other characters. I will call them a fraud, that's for sure. Kale is, I think, still able to be good, especially if the new like blue zone special battle thing that's coming out, if that will allow us to use Tech Caulifla in any way or fashion. Sorry, someone is like using a leaf blower outside, so I just waited for them to pass by. They're kind of still around, but it's fine. So if like Tech Caulifla, LR Caulifla are going to be using that new event, Kale potentially could get a resurgence. I think a really good one. God Goku's very good. Pat the Pirate Kid Goku's still very good. The bounty unit here, this character, they want to be in Power Wishes tournament participants. They have this additional, they could have a disable enemy action and super effective for the 4th turn, right? Which is like, you know, cool, I guess. They're like a decent character, but I don't know. They're kind of like, eh. Greatly raise attack for the turn. Again, I don't like them too much. I don't think they're really worth anything. Obviously, Vidal and Kale and Caulifla are not good anymore. Maybe they'll get their easy A's. Like Vidal is like not impossible to imagine an easy A like by 2025, honestly. Then this guy is the easy A for the celebration. STR Jiren. I mean, he kind of sucks. He has no multiplicative buffs. He gets only his defensive mechanic 30% reduction against 2 more enemies, which you're never gonna see. Oh, actually, he does have multiplicative buff. My bad. The 50% attack defense here plus this other 50%, right? Hits like 500k defense, and there's a medium chance to stun, right? Which is cool. He is super effective, which is cool, I guess, right? But he's not really hitting too hard. Now, if you are facing a Universe Survival Saga or Tournament Participants enemy, he does get this additional 111% attack and defense, which we are actually going to see some of those again in the upcoming quote-unquote blue zone stage. But again, I don't think that Jiren's going to be powerful enough to handle it here, or, you know, I don't know. Because we have a stage against Super Saiyan God SS Goku from the Universe 6 arc, right? So, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But that is everything here for the TOP androids that I felt like talking about. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm sure most of you will skip. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.